Hi, you guys. Welcome to our Tuesday night class. My name is Haley, and I'm really excited to see you all here tonight. I love being able to see people joining us from all over the country and from different places. Why don't you go ahead and put in the chat where you're joining here from? And as we go, I want to remind you guys that class is being recorded. And so you'll be able to find this recording to be able to share it with people, because once you hear all the things that we're going to talk about tonight, I know you're going to absolutely love the information and what you learn. So this class tonight is targeted to next level metabolism. So sometimes people are like, what the heck is that? Right? And so tonight I hope that by the time we go through the class, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put the questions in the chat, or at the end of class, we'll have a time where we will open up for testimonials and questions. And I hope that by the time we're done with tonight's class, you leave going, oh gosh, it makes so much more sense. And I'm so grateful that I was here. And I know I'm grateful you guys are here. Okay, so first I wanted to just start with where we are as citizens of the United States. Like when you travel around the country, it's easy for you to identify Americans because of our health. And when we go into other places, there's a lot of the food that has, they're non-GMO, and they don't have a lot of chemicals and pesticides and things like that, which explains the statistics that we're going to talk about here. And it's like, I want you guys to just kind of review what's up on the screen. And I know the first time I read this, I was blown away. I was like, are you kidding me? Because when I remember growing up as a little girl, nobody that I knew had cancer. And now it's right here in young adults, it's increased by 79% over the last 10 years. It's pretty crazy that it's 50% of all Americans are expected to have it in their lifetime. And so it's pretty mind-blowing. And so what are some of the things that we can do and be aware of to where we can change this? So another really fun statistic is that when they did a survey on 5,581 people, they found that, and they were all aged 20 years or older, that only 6.8% of them had optimal metabolic health. You guys, that is alarming also. It's like, another dis-ease that people experience younger and younger. And, it used to be that only when you got to a certain age, you would have something from the side effects of our diet. And now young kids, even sometimes babies, are being born with this ailment. So tonight we're going to talk about metabolic health, and there's so much more to it. I know there was a time when people say something about metabolism, I go straight to weight loss. That's pretty much all I would know about it. And here, if you look at the screen here, there's everything from, aging cells to blood sugar to brain support to your hair and nails, which is something a lot of people know about. What about joints and not being able to, regulate your weight or your blood sugars? So one thing that we would love to have more of is abundant energy. How about having less stress, or being able to get up and down and move around without any crackling or popping in your joints, um, and be able to eat whatever you want, whenever you want, living without limitations. So on the left-hand side of the screen, I want to just bring your attention to this metabolic health lifestyle quiz. One of the things that I love to teach is, how do we know where we want to go if we don't understand where we are? And then as we start doing things and having, a routine, and we're starting to change and switch things up, it'll be easier for us to recognize where we started if we actually take the time to do some kind of a quiz or an assessment. At the end of class tonight, I will share with you a QR code, which when you open it up, it will take you to the health quiz. Okay, so here's another one. It's just kind of like metabolism is so much more than weight loss. So when we focus on having our health, like being able to just go, gosh, I wake up and I can't wait to get out of bed and go for my day, or I have more and more energy. And so when some of these obstacles that we're facing is um, uh, fat cells, blood sugar spikes, cellular integrity, sustained energy, or cellular hydration. So we're going to break down each one of these areas and see what we can offer you guys and maybe answer some questions and things that you might be experiencing yourself. Now, I did want to bring in these testimonials. So I've got two different slides here with what are people experiencing. The one in the middle is one of our advocates here local, and you can see the difference in her skin, just her age. She looks so much younger. 2 years later, who knew that we would be able to reverse our aging, right? And it does start with our skin and the way that our hair grows and the way we feel about ourselves. And we've also had people be able to noticeably, without changing anything except for adding in the products, be able to experience a change in their body. Now, sometimes when people are taking these products, they may say, gosh, I didn't lose any weight, but my clothes are fitting different. That is something that we hear often. Now, here's another one. I mean, again, I want you guys to just look at, the difference between September of 2022 and January of 2023. And it's 4 months on our award-winning collagen, and look at the difference. Like, you can't deny the change that is happening on the screen. I also love that we have testimonials where, the cholesterol levels changed. And we've got a couple people in our team who I wish, and maybe they'll pop on later, but to be able to share that the difference that just taking the advantage and using the MetaPWR oil completely changed the medication that they had been on for a long time. Okay, so when we're talking about foundation, which is where I always like to go with doTERRA, or when we're helping to coach people to get more out of their life than what they're actually getting now. So we're going to look at the pyramid on the right-hand side, and we always start with our foundation of nutrition and digestion. I want you guys to think about if you're going to build a brand new house and you want to have all kinds of pretty lights and fixtures and everything, but if you have all this stuff and you put it into a house that has, not been properly put together, it's just going to fall apart. And it doesn't matter how much money you spend on all of the pretty couches and the paint and everything. If the foundation and the walls aren't sturdy, you're going to have the Jenga effect, right? Where you're going to just have it one thing after another go wrong. So I love this statement here. If you guys have your phones, go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Is our approach is healthy lifestyle prioritizes our products being able to be bioavailable and absorbable core nutrients, and focusing on our gut health. You guys, if you have been around for more than a hot minute, you know that doTERRA puts a lot of time, energy, resources, and science behind their products to make sure we're getting the best products at the best prices. Now we're going to start with our foundational wellness. Of all of you guys who are here tonight, go ahead and put in the chat if you are taking the VMG, which is vitamins, minerals, and greens. I love that there's over 92 different products in this little packet. And not only is it bioavailable, but it's bioretentive for at least 8 hours, which means this is food basically as if you're just continuing to eat. I love that we have these different products in here. Like we have a superfood blend, we have a nutrition blend, and they're all backed by essential oils, which help our bodies to be able to absorb them better and longer. And who doesn't love having our essential oils in there for all of the other benefits that are there for us? Now, we also have our omegas. One of the best things I love about our omega is it's a fish oil. And I love just popping one in my mouth and watching the look on people's face when they go, what, you just pop that in your mouth? Because most fish oils have, whether you're tasting it right away or if the taste of fish comes up later. For sometimes there was one I was taking and 2 or 3 hours later I would still taste fish, and it's like I would do it because I knew it was good for me. Now what I know is this is even better. I would be willing to say 10 times better than anything else there on the market. And then lastly, we have our PB Restore, which is our Pro and postbiotics. You guys, we're not going to go deep into these because we did last week. If you want to go into more details, make sure to reach out to the person who invited you and ask for the link, or you at the end, I'll show you a link to our YouTube channel where you'll be able to go there and find them for yourself. Okay, so when we're talking about that foundation, it's really going into those nutritional products that are great for our digestion and our nutrition. Now we're going to move up to our metabolism and movement. So, okay, so we talked about some people are loving the lifelong vitality still. I have a lot of people who have switched over to the VMG, and really it's going to come up to personal preference. And then when you partner that with our metabolic system, you're going to have really, really great results. And it's going to be just one more layer of strength in our way that we're able to support our bodies. Okay, now here is the MetaPWR system. Okay, so we have the MetaPWR oil. Now that's a metabolic blend for any of you guys who've been around for a really long time. This has replaced Slim and Sassy. What I love about doTERRA is as they find a product that can be even better, they're willing to go ahead and do the science and the research and make sure that we're okay to switch. And what they found is by adding more grapefruit to this blend, it was even more effective, especially long term. So this metabolic blend comes in 4 different ways. It has a oil, which is in a 15 ml, which has 250 drops. It's also available in a beadlet. Now in the beadlets, there is 1/4 of a drop of essential oil in each beadlet, and there are 125 of them per container. These are really awesome, easy to use. Anybody can swallow them. You can use them. You can pop them in your mouth if you want to. There's also a gum, which is amazing because if you are like me, most of the time I'm not eating because I'm hungry. How many of you guys, put in the chat, how many of you guys eat when you're hungry or when you're bored? Or both? It's like, okay, here I go. It's like I am 100% happy with just eating. And so the gum is really great because it can satisfy your mouth. And also, when you've got your mouth going and some of the acids and things that are in there, help your digestive system work even better. And then, of course, we have it MetaPWR blend in a soft gel. Okay, now, and all of those are there to target fats. Then if you go down to the bottom, we have MetaPWR Assist. Now, this one is when we have a lot of carbs in our diet or when we have that spike of blood sugar, people can use this before, during, or after when they have used uh, depending on what meals they're eating, and they've been able to have really, really great results. So much so that this is available in a 30-day supply or a 90-day supply because people are using them with their meals and getting some really good results. Okay, in the middle here we have Mito 2 Max. You guys, Mito 2 Max is that extra energy. It is amazing. What I love about it is it doesn't give you like this boost of energy like you would with like some sugar or something like that. It's just really great protein that fires in your system, and it helps just keep you having that sustained energy. Plus, they've shown that it can really help with, gosh, you guys know that when you partner this with phytoestrogen, you get even more results or better results with if you're getting older and having hot flashes and things. Don't be afraid of Mito 2 Max. I coach a lot of people, and they'll even take it before they go to bed at night, especially if they have adrenal fatigue of any kind, so that they'll wake up really great, rested, and ready to go. And then on the top right-hand corner, we have our award-winning Advantage, which is our collagen. You guys, it's got 9 different types of collagen. We're going to go deeper in just a second. And then one of my favorite products of doTERRA is the Recharge, which is our hydration and our electrolytes. So many people are severely dehydrated. And even when people go, oh yeah, no, I had a glass of water this morning, that's not enough. You guys, we need to water our plants. Think of our bodies as a plant, and if we're not watering it on a regular basis and keeping it hydrated, it's like this wilted little leaf, and there's no energy in it. There's, I know that you can, people will experience things like, headaches or lower back pain and all kinds of things from being dehydrated. Okay, so here we go with the assist. I want you guys to pay attention to the results on the left-hand side from a study and how much they were able to decrease their glucose levels by 11%. That is a lot. It says from let's see, December 28th through January 20 or 15th. So it's not quite a month, but pretty close to it to be able to get some really great results. And if you look at the right-hand side, there's just all kinds of really great reasons to use this on a regular basis. I love that doTERRA's products are no artificial sweeteners. They're non-GMO. They're dairy and gluten-free. There's no soy. They really do go to the extra mile to make sure that we are getting a product that is going to be very beneficial without any of the side effects that come from a lot of different things. Ingredients is getting to be more and more important, and where we source is even equally more important. All right, so here's 10 reasons for MetaPWR. So enhanced energy, increased stamina. I know that a lot of men absolutely love this product for increased stamina. Being able to have sharper, better memory, being able to focus on things a little bit better. It's also something that is super easy to take. There's so many energy drinks and things out there that I used to tease my kids. Oh gosh, they would just be so mad at me anyway. And this will go on YouTube. So anyway, I'm not going to say it's my kids. It's people that I know. I would tease them about, well, if you're going to be drinking that energy drink, you better invest in diapers as an adult because your body just isn't able to function the way that it needs to. And then it just starts wearing things down. So it's super versatile. It helps us, men can take it, women can take it. You can take it different times of the day to get your great results. Okay, now here is the collagen, you guys. Like I said, there are 9 unique different types of collagen here. And if you look at the right-hand side at the top, it'll tell you all the different ones. So we have people who are, noticing that when they're on the floor with their grandkids, they can pop up a lot easier, or going up and down stairs, or just being able to have their joints feel better longer, and not having that cracking and popping. And you guys, we could go on for a very long time about the collagen and how many people love it. Now, a couple of things that I want to point out about this one is it's 12 times more bioavailable than others that are on the market. Some people will say, oh, I use collagen and I have really great nails and my hair's growing really fast. And you guys, there can be so much more to it. If you look at the chart on the bottom right-hand side, I love this one because it shows individually all of the different products that are in there that are, and I'm going to use the word again, bioavailable, which means your body can actually absorb it and put it to work for you in being able to utilize all of the different benefits for these products. It is a marine collagen, which is really great. It's known for being able to help with your skin and your joints and elasticity. I mean, you saw the pictures back a few slides of how much younger people looked as they got older. And we have multiple people in our team that as we search and we look through, different convention pictures, and it's like, oh my gosh, look at how much better you look. And that was 4 years ago. And now you look so much better. Isn't that great to be able to say and be able to experience? Also, brain supports and so many more things, you guys. I love taking the collagen, and first thing in the morning, right next to my sink, I have this little glass jar. And I usually have one sitting right here, but I put that in it with my probiotic, my PB Assist, and my greens, or my VMG, and I just shake it up and I just take it all at once. And it's been a game changer for me. And not only, one of the things I noticed very first is I was getting a lot better sleep. I was sleeping a lot more sound and waking up more refreshed. Okay, now here is one of my favorite products. You guys, are you team lemon lime or team wild strawberry? Put it in the chat. I know that one time on social media, I just put lime or let's see, lemon lime or strawberry. And I didn't say anything else about it. It was crazy to see how many people were voting and loving it. And, and I love that it is a natural flavoring, so we don't have to worry about a bunch of chemicals and then synthetic flavors and dyes, right? I mean, there's a lot of chat right now about the harm that there is in different dyes, especially in our foods. And so I love both of these. My favorite is 100% strawberry, but I do mix it up with the lemon lime. Today, what I have in my mug is I have wild strawberry. I put a drop of ginger and a drop of lime. You guys, it tastes so good. And so I always mix it up because I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of, I love these. And so I limit myself to 2 of them a day because that's really all I need. Even if I wanted to have more, I don't really need it. Some of the products that are in here are ginseng root, which has been really studied to be able to promote mental energy and clarity and focus. I mean, who doesn't want more of that, right? And then we have deep sea ocean minerals, which provide our body with over 75 different nutrients and hydration, including magnesium, sodium, potassium, calcium. And it just goes on and on. And I just am so grateful that we have a product that not only is easy to use, right? You can take those little packets on the go. I love being able to talk to moms who have kids in sports because, when they're taking something like Gatorade, which is nothing more than colored water with artificial flavors and a lot of sugars and things like that, now we've got a product that can actually benefit our athletes. I've been able to sit in a lot of different trainings where we've had professional coaches come in and talk about the endurance of their team and how they are able to really perform at their ultimate level by using Mito2 Max and the electrolytes. They'll start the team out with a Mito2 Max, and then if they, are super active and they need one at halftime, then they'll do it again. And at the end, then they're staying hydrated. And these kids are recovering really, really quick. So don't be fooled if you think that, oh, it's just, sugar water and they like it. It's like, no, we get to teach and educate the ones around us of the benefits of putting something really good and how different it is. Okay, so now we've talked about some of these amazing products. When do we use them? How do we use them? How are we going to get the best results? So I love being able to just kind of talk about when you use it. If you remember at lunchtime, then that's when you should use it. I love using like I said, first thing in the morning. I'll take the Advantage, the VMG, and the PB Assist, and I'll put it in my little shaker bottle, and I just take it. And then at lunchtime, I'm usually, using either Terrazyme or the metabolic blend. You guys, whichever one is easiest for you to remember or keep handy. I think the main thing here is to keep it where you're going to use it. If you are in your car at lunchtime, like in the door of my car, I have the metabolic soft gels, and I also have a bottle of the MetaPWR Assist. And the reason I do that is because if I'm on a road trip, stopping at a gas station or a fast food or whatever, I want to make sure that I have the products right there with me and not have to dig through my purse or whatever. I absolutely 100% love the Terrazyme. I've been a user of this for a long time. I love it for my husband because he's lactose intolerant. And so if he uses this when he has any dairy, it keeps his body from being unhappy. Um, and really, you guys, it's get it out and use it when you need it. Another tip that I have with the gum is I will take it with me when I go to a restaurant. And so if I'm done when my belly is full and I feel okay, then I'll put it in my mouth to prevent me from continuing to snack or eat, because if there's chips and salsa, you guys, I'll eat it till it's gone. I don't stop when I'm full. And so that's a really great way. The other one is for dessert. So if you know you're going to a big birthday party or a dinner and you're trying to cut down on sweets, what I'll do is I'll take 1 to 2 of the MetaPWR soft gels before I go, about 20, 30 minutes. And it's just like my body. I just don't want it. Like I don't crave the sugar or the sweets. And so I find myself being able to pass on some of those things. Um, as far as the advantage goes, you guys, there are some people who get best results with taking one in the morning. If you're over 50, I'm just going to say if you have a hard time sleeping, you might try taking one before you go to bed at night, and it could help improve your sleep. Some people take two, some people take one. So it's kind of a personal preference on all of this. And what I love about doTERRA most of all is we get to customize the products for what our body needs. And if you hear one person, they go, oh gosh, oh, this is funny. Let's see, Diane's not on tonight, but she has a person who was using phytoestrogen, and when it sold out and was unavailable for a little while, we were talking about it and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm not going a day without it. Like, I've been really rationing and really watching to see if I have enough. And she looks at us after we're talking. She goes, wait, should I be taking that? And we kind of laughed because we're like, well, if you haven't needed it, you probably don't need it. So just remember, you guys, that every body is different. And so the things that we use can be different. If somebody gets a result with something and you're going, gosh, that doesn't seem right, then get curious about how could it be different? Or maybe we need to slow back, do one or cut it in half, or maybe you're ready for two of something. And so that's what I love about these classes is you can come in, you can learn, and we can help discover what's going to be best for you. Okay. A little while back, we had the pyramid here. So I just want to show you some of the really cool things that you can do to personalize your wellness. So we get to start with our diet and nutrition. For people that I work with, this is a no, we're not going to negotiate this at all. They need to have it. It's something that is for about $5 a day. You can take the omega, the Restore, and the VMG all together. You guys, people are paying a lot more than that for a small coffee these days. And so when you really want to invest in yourself, and I was talking with a gal earlier here today, and she says, I was using doTERRA years ago, and she goes, I just don't take time for myself. I don't take care of myself, and I'm here and I want to get back on track. And you guys, it's never too late. So if you're hearing some of this or wanting to try some of this, or the budget, right? It's like budget in, where do you want to start? And I would always go foundational first. Then the next part is our movement and metabolism. When we have the proper nutrition, it's going to help us to have more energy, to feel better, to want to get up and move around. And so these products are going to be able to support us. And then if it's rest and stress management, anybody ever deal with that? Then you could customize and you could add a few things in there. And then at the very top, you guys, I want to point out proactive medical care. And this is when, or informed self-care. So there's the proactive is, gosh, we got to go to the doctor. And I love that we have access to doctors where they can guide us and help us and stitch us up if we need it. But I also am super proactive in what can I do for myself? Like, how can I up my game? What things in my medicine cabinet can I replace with things that don't have side effects, but have side benefits? And all of these oils that are listed on the top are the top 10 or top 12 oils that people reach for over and over and over. Okay, so when you're getting started, if you are somebody who's new here, even if you've been with doTERRA for a long time and you're going, gosh, I keep hearing about this VMG. I need to look into it. I want to get started. Anytime you take our foundational wellness starter kits, now that can start as easy as the VMG and the Omega. doTERRA, the first time you order that, they have a thank you. And so they give you this Wellness Made Simple gift kit, which is a glass shaker bottle and a 5 ml bottle of peppermint. Now, it's an amazing gift. It's a really great value. And I use my shaker bottle every single day. I love that it's the right size for what I need to put all my water in and everything in. And it's, it's just ready to go. Anyway, that's free the first time you order that. Now, whenever you're doing rewards orders, how many of you guys here are on rewards? Like, rewards is the only way that I'll buy my stuff. But I have to tell you, the first like 3 or 4 months that I started doTERRA, I was like, well, I bought every oil. I don't need to have an order coming. And then I discovered some of their supplements, which I am a huge fan of doTERRA's supplements. I love that they really do put the science and the testing behind each product to make sure that it is what it says it is, and it's not a bunch of fairy dust and powders and different things filling in a capsule. You're getting the real product. And when you start your rewards order, and if it's over 100, then you get this gift that's shown up on the right-hand side. I love that doTERRA is introducing us to some of their most popular products. And so you get to try them before you buy. It's like going to Costco, right? But you don't have to go to Costco. And then on the bottom right-hand side, it's going through all of the oils that are free. When you have a rewards order with doTERRA and you order before the 15th or the wellness bundle, any time of the month, you will get one of these for free. And you guys, they really are those first-hand reach oils, and they'll help replenish our order, right? So that we can be able to use those and share them freely. So when I talked about rewards order, here is a snapshot of some of the benefits that come along with it. I love that you can change everything and anything in your cart every single month. But my favorite thing is that it comes to me automatic. There have been many times when I put what I want in my cart and I set it and I forget it because I will get busy and I'll go, oh my gosh, I forgot, or I'm almost running low. And then it's too, and I can order at 2 o'clock in the morning if that's when I need to. And it can come very, very quick. And I also earn points back. Today I turned in 383 points, which means I turned in for $383 worth of free product. And it adds up really quick. So make sure if you have questions about this, reach out to the person who invited you. And really, you can order one thing on there. You can order 10 things on there. It doesn't matter. You would start earning rewards for different things depending on how much you purchase. Okay. At about the middle of the class, I told you that there was that scan or that assessment for your metabolic health. If you guys take a picture or go to the QR code that says Power Up, that will take you to everything you need to learn more about our MetaPWR system. It also has access to the wellness survey, and it'll also take you to a group which is got at least a year, if not longer, of individual classes that break down each one of these products and go really into a deep dive. And I really do, if you have not gone to those yet and watched them, just go in and go to videos and just start watching, because we have, like I said, a full year of content and information. I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. I know that your time is valuable, and I'm super excited that you have taken the time to invest in your health and your wellness, and to be able to learn what to do with what you have, or be able to guide other people. You guys, our YouTube channel is at Hayley B Essentials 4277. When you go there, there's links that you can share with everybody and anybody. These are also uploaded into our Good Vibes Facebook group. And so there's, people that you might have that are interested in learning more about metabolic health, and maybe there was just one thing tonight that stood out where you could help them. Next week, we're going to be talking about women, hormones, and detox and cleanse. This is a really, really great class, because we're going to learn how some of the effects that some of the, household cleaners, and what we have been learning is that toxic overload comes from way more than just, cleaners and perfumes and things like that. And the side effects of some of those things are what we have people complain about every day, and it is our health. And so our goal is to help you guys live the best life you possibly can longer. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop the screen share. And you guys, let's see, should we keep the recording going so people could hear the next part, or should we turn it off and just let the people who came live listen? What do you think? Keep it on? Shut it off. Everybody's just sitting there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn off the recording. I feel like part of coming here live is you get that extra bonus of all of the testimonials and things. So we're going to say goodbye to everybody who's watching us live. Join us every Tuesday, you guys, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. You can join us.